With the start of 2026, what are the Chase Freedom categories and Discover It categories for the first quarter of 2026? We're going to go over those in today's video. First, we'll start with the Chase Freedom categories. Now, these categories are good on the Chase Freedom cards, the OG Freedom cards, and the Chase Freedom Flex cards. And the categories for the first quarter of 2026 are Norwegian Cruise Line, Dining, and American Heart Association. Now, the dining category is going to stack with the existing 3% back on dining on the Chase Freedom Flex card. Now, on the Chase OG Freedom card, you're still going to get 5% on dining, but you're not going to get it's not going to stack because you don't get that extra 2% back as you do with the Freedom Flex card. So with the Freedom Flex card, with this dining category being one of the 5% categories, you will get a total of 7% cash back, or 7x Chase Ultimate Rewards points per dollar. And the way that breaks down is you get 1% back as the base, and then you get the 2% back for the dining bonus, and then you get an additional 4% quarterly bonus. So that gives you a 7% cash back on dining, or, as I said, 7x Chase Ultimate Rewards points. Now we'll move on to the Discover It categories for the first quarter of 2026. And those categories are grocery stores, wholesale clubs, and select streaming services. Now, I do want to let you know that the grocery store category on the Discover It card does not include purchases made at Target or Walmart. So if you buy your groceries at Target or Walmart and you use your Discover It card, you will only get 1% cash back. You will not get the 5% back. Now, wholesale clubs are good at clubs like Sam's Club and BJ's Wholesale Club. However, you are not going to be able to get the 5% cash back at Costco because Costco does not accept Discover as a form of payment. They only accept Visa cards in store, and online they only accept Visa and MasterCard credit cards. Now, for the streaming services category, that's going to include popular streaming services like Amazon Prime Video, Apple TV, Audible, Netflix, Paramount Plus, Peacock, SiriusXM Radio, Spotify, YouTube Premium, and YouTube TV. Now, the good news for this first quarter of 2026 is there is no overlap in the categories on the Discover It card and the Chase Freedom cards. So you actually get a pretty good variety of categories from both cards. Now, I have both cards. I have the Chase Freedom Flex card and I have the Discover It card. So I will be using the Chase Freedom Flex card as my dining card. Now, I've been using the City Custom Cash card mostly for my dining purchases lately, but I think I'm going to convert that to my gas card purchase. And then I will be using the Discover It card on the grocery store purchases. I may or may not use it on wholesale clubs. I'm not sure yet because I do have the Sam's Club credit card. So it doesn't really matter which card I use because I'm going to get 5% cash back on either card. And it's in the form of cash back, so it really does not matter. Now, the select streaming services, that's one that I will probably be also using the Discover It card for this upcoming quarter. Now, I think I'll just share my thoughts on these categories for the first quarter. I do like the dining category on the Chase Freedom and Freedom Flex cards, and I do like I do like all the categories actually for the Discover It card. Now, I think that the Norwegian Cruise Line is kind of an odd category. Now, I believe last year at this time, we also had that as a category on the Chase Freedom and Freedom Flex cards. So I don't think that's really all that unusual that they're doing it again this year. It's not going to benefit me at all because I don't go on cruises. So that's not going to benefit me at all. And I think that the American Heart Association, that's kind of an odd category for that card. I don't know why Chase decided to add that as a category, but I guess it's good for people who like to donate to charity and who like to donate to the American Heart Association. So, but overall, I think these categories are pretty good. I do like that dining category on the Chase Freedom Flex card because I will be able to get 7% cash back or 7x Chase Ultimate Rewards points on that card instead of only 5x City Thank You points on the City Custom Cash card. So I do like that extra boost on the dining category for the Chase Freedom Flex card. Now, just as a reminder, you do have to activate the 5% categories on both cards in order to receive the 5% cash back. And that spend limit is on up to $1,500 for the quarter on both cards. Now, purchases made with the Discover It card will only get 5% cash back if the categories are activated before the purchase is made. So you have to activate those categories before you make any purchases on that card in order to get the 5% cash back. Now on the Chase Freedom cards, you don't necessarily have to activate the categories right away. You will still get the 5% back on those categories as long as you activate the categories by March 15th of 2026. So if you were to activate them on, say, February 14th on Valentine's Day, for example, and you already made purchases on dining, for example, then you're still going to get your 5% back on that category. It's just you'll get it retroactively. So I just wanted to remind everyone to activate those categories on both cards. That's going to conclude today's video. If you liked what you saw, please give the video a like down below and subscribe to the channel. If you would like to see another video I did on this channel, click this video right here. I want to thank you so much for watching today, and I will see you in the next video. You be blessed, stay safe, and bye for now.